Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining in Dominican Diaries. So today we have a special guest today, Victoria. So Victoria, you want to introduce yourself today?
Hey Junior. Hi guys, my name is Victoria Diamond and that is my artist name. I'm otherwise known, my real name is Chaplain Moore.
So Victoria, we got a couple questions today. We want to know a little bit about you. What made you come to the Dominican Republic?
Okay, I was at a point in my life where I needed changes. I needed to do something different, meet new people, speak a new language if possible, just do different things. Before I was in ministry, I was a pastor at a ministry in Jamaica. Oftentimes I've seen the glory of God work within the ministry. People get healing. People would come from all over the world, Canada, United States, even Africa, all over. They would come with different illnesses. And of course, the Lord would use me to heal them in different areas. Mentally, physically, psychologically, it was good, but I got to the point where I was tired and I needed to experience change.
You need a change in your life.
Hence the reason for being in the Dominican Republic.
That is good. I myself needed some change in my life. That's why I'm here. So how was it for you growing up in Jamaica?
It was okay. I was a normal child, doing normal things, going to school. However, I had some challenges with exams. Nevertheless, I was successful eventually. I had some challenges at first when it came to what we call the common entrance exams.
Yeah.
After a while, I think I got nervous when it comes to examinations. I was always very nervous. I used to play a lot with kids, in my area. In Spanish Town, there's this place called Eltham Park. So, we used to play a lot, dandy shandy, hide and seek. A lot of people will not know these games, but they're Jamaican games. When I got to high school, I did my very best to outdo the bright sparks.
That's good, that's good.
And I would cry if anyone had an higher average than I did. I really cried hard. Nevertheless, I took the 60 exams. I got 6 subjects out of 7.
Great.
I went on and I did my different degree courses. I was successful in accounting, business management, and I also took a course in chaplaincy in my adult years, and in that I was also successful, and I was made one of the international police in the state of Florida.
Nice. Now, you being in DR, what other challenges have you encountered while being in this country?
It's a different country, a different culture.
Definitely a different culture.
Teaching is different language. Nevertheless, my greatest encounter was with foreigners that live in this country. For some reason, wherever I go, there are people who see me as competition.
And you're gonna see that a lot here. You're definitely gonna see that a lot here.
People will see me as competition. Even paired people who I love. You know, they just push me aside. There are a lot of people who don't give me a chance to give them an understanding of who I am,
Yes.
what I'm about, what I'm here for. You know, is a lot of rumors coming from some Europeans, some Haitians, you know, different people from different culture have a different idea.
Okay, so it's pretty
Of
much
who I
like
am.
judging a book before,
Yes.
you know, before you read it,
Yes.
or judging a book by its cover
Definitely.
situation.
Definitely, but there's something that I realize is that there's something that I learned when I was in Jamaica. To whom much is given, much is expected.
Okay.
And it tells me that with all the things that I've been through in my life, you know, which I will not go into at this moment, but I've been through a lot. I've had a lot of experiences in good and bad areas of my life. And just the mere fact that I'm here alive right now and I'm able to talk to you in this manner, you know, I'm very grateful to God for this opportunity. And with the feedback that I get from different people, be it negative or positive, I learn from each experience. And it motivates me. If it's a bad experience that I have with somebody else or other people, it motivates me.
Yes, to be better.
If it's a good experience, I am motivated even more. You know, so I try my best not to allow things to break me. So if I'm down this minute, I tell myself that tomorrow I will rise.
No, of course.
Always.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. So, what are your goals? You mentioned you've been here 3 years. Excuse me. What are your goals? What do you help to accomplish while you're here in Dominican Republic?
Well, I'm a singer. I've always been told since I was a child that I'm a good singer.
Okay.
I have launched out in this area where music is concerned in the Dominican Republic. I sing 6 different genres of music.
Wow.
I sing reggae, hip hop, gospel, jazz and blues, R&B. Did I say souls?
No, you didn't say souls.
Souls. And I do cultural dance as well. Like
Okay.
I choreograph different dance moves. There's an academy which I hope to register very soon. It's a dance academy for both gospel, hip hop, and reggae.
That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
So these are the things that I have achieved thus far. Also, I love cooking. So I'm into the business of preparing different foods for different cultures, Dominican, Mexican, American, Canadian, and of course, Jamaican cuisines.
Yes, we were talking. You were talking behind the scenes how I myself, you know, being someone that lived in New York, love, you know, beef patty and cocoa bread. It's like I like jerk chicken, you know, oxtail. So these are things that you know, you're able to do.
Yes, yes. A friend of mine in Las Terrenas, his name is Claude, he showed me how to make the Canadian pie.
Canadian pie. Is that
Yes.
like a pot pie, like American pot pie?
It's not a pot pie. Well, the way he showed me is how to prepare it in the oven.
Okay.
So I can't tell you my secret.
No. We don't want you to
But-
reveal all your secrets, but can you tell us a little bit about how, because I know, like I mentioned pot pie. So
Yeah.
pot pie, you have the vegetables, the chicken, and you have a crust over it.
Right.
Is it something similar to
Yes.
that?
yes.
Okay.
And this, he put some meat. It's like a meat pie,
A meat pie.
something like that. Like,
Yeah.
and I can't really explain it at this time.
Okay.
But he showed me the procedure in putting it together. And yes, it has that lovely crust. Oh my
okay.
God. So delicious.
So it's going to have like a golden crust to it?
Yes.
A little butter on the top? Okay.
So like talking about it now, like it makes me hungry. So that is something very special that I want to present in this country. He told me that it was his grandmother's recipe.
Okay, nice.
So I gotta keep it secret.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
But I'm gonna make it for you one day, and you're gonna love it.
No, I appreciate that. Look forward to doing that.
Yes, in addition to our Jamaican patties, like I make lobster patty, shrimp patties. I'm sorry. I make beef, chicken, veggies for all you vegetarian lovers.
Nice.
You know, I make different types of patties depending on what people want.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. So we would say you were a woman of many talents.
Thank God, yes.
Now I want to ask you, what would you say would be your greatest achievement in life so far?
Oh my God, my greatest.
The greatest achievement.
My greatest achievement has to do with ministry. My greatest achievement is seeing people happy.
Okay.
People who are sick, they would come to me for different illnesses, and the Lord always worked through me to heal people. And it's always so uplifting and again motivating to see people move from tears to joy. Seeing people move from being tearful to joyful.
Okay.
It's something that cannot be explained. It's a whole new vibe, new energy. You know, it's like a new beginning that has been introduced into each person's lives that I've come across in this manner.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, now do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 2 boys, 1 girl. My son is in the States. My eldest child is in the States. And my other son is here with me in Dominican Republic. Also my daughter.
Okay.
Everybody loves them. Oh my God, sometimes I get jealous because everybody loves my son that is here with me, and everybody super loves my daughter. So they take away all the attention.
Now, how have they adjusted, living here? Now, were they born in Jamaica, born in the States? But,
All my kids were born in Jamaica.
Okay.
My daughter loves this country very much. Her name is Blessing.
Blessing.
I got the name when I became unknowingly pregnant, not knowing that I have a little baby in my tummy.
Okay.
I got this name. She loves Dominican Republic very much. My son is taking time to adjust. He's not very familiar with the culture here.
Yes.
Because in Jamaica it's very, very different. But for my daughter, like, she speaks very good Dominican Spanish.
Nice. That's a good thing.
Yes,
So
thank
she's
you.
able to, connect with the locals. That's something good.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. I had something else I want to ask. So what do you see that's the most different from Jamaica to Dominican Republic as of like government, the way you raise kids here? How do you see the difference between Jamaica and Dominican Republic?
In any political scenery, there is not much difference.
Okay.
It's a little bit of everything. The difference here, the difference in Dominican Republic is the way people gravitate towards their president.
Yes.
It is overwhelmingly exciting. It's different. It is new. You know, there's so much love.
Okay.
So much love. You know, like I can't find enough words to explain exactly what I really want to say, but moving from an English speaking country to a Spanish country, everything here is different. I see recently that the president has introduced a new opportunity for Dominicans to make up to 20,000 pesos.
Yes.
In a day or a week?
A month.
Or for a month?
Well, that would be like considered what, the minimum wage. Because the minimum wage before here, some jobs you would only make, they say 8,000 pesos. That's the minimum,
Right.
which maybe around, it's like $150 a month.
Right. So this is like a vast increase, like a big jump.
Yeah.
When I make a comparison between Dominican Republic and Jamaica in this regard, I am of the impression that this is something that should have been done in Jamaica a long time ago, because with the fluctuation of the dollar, you know, and the standard of living in Jamaica, it is now very affordable. And a lot of people are struggling in Jamaica as we speak. It's the same thing that happened in the Dominican Republic. Like, a lot of people are, you know, way below the margin of what was expected for them to earn as salaries.
Exactly.
But it's a major jump, and it's good for the people. I see that the people are happy, and I would like the same for Jamaica. I love to see people being able to survive and to afford, you know, rent, light, water, all the necessaries. It is needed.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Okay. Now, would you recommend someone from a different country to move to Dominican Republic, to retire, to maybe open up a business? Would you recommend it?
Yes. The reason why Jamaica is known for violence. It's crazy in Jamaica. The level of violence in my country is overwhelming.
Okay.
In Dominican Republic, you don't find this. You don't find this level of violence. You don't find this level of ignorance. And a lot of people may bash me for this, but when I speak of ignorance, it is the things that people fight for in my country it's totally senseless.
Okay.
For example, a Jamaican may pass you as another Jamaican, for example, and they step on your foot. And the person who got stepped on will be ready to fight.
Yes, because he would feel disrespected.
And, yes, and you know, it's really crazy when I look at how the world is now. People are aggressive for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, not understanding that we live to see today. It's not possible that we may live to see tomorrow. We live for today. So
Exactly.
I believe that there are some things that we should allow to slide. Just let it go.
No, you're right
You
about
understand
that.
what I'm saying? But the Jamaican culture is different. Jamaican, particularly men, they see a lot of things as disrespect. You know, the words that comes from our mouth as women, they find it to be disrespect. There are certain things that a man does not allow his woman to do, and you know, it's really crazy when I add it all up. It's all crazy.
You know, I could understand where you're coming from.
Yes.
You know, one thing about this country, you know, that I can say, it's beautiful. we have different opportunities here.
Yes.
They still consider it a third world country or a developing country. I don't see it that way. Our tourism has gone up, so high.
Yes.
Infrastructures have been built so much that I wouldn't even consider this a third world country anymore.
No.
What I see is more of, education, is a little lax. I would say healthcare, but like I said, this is my country. I wouldn't change it for the world, and I'm glad that you're here experiencing the things that we have to offer in our country.
And another thing I'd love to add, yes, it is a beautiful country. Jamaica also is a beautiful country. The beaches are clean, absolutely breathtaking. But when it comes to a striking difference between Jamaica and Dominican Republic regarding the resorts and different areas of entertainment, I find that more peaceful in the Dominican Republic. Being able to go out, enjoy yourselves, not being worried about theft or not being protected by the police in the right manner. It's a striking difference. When you go out in Dominican Republic, you feel that you went somewhere and you enjoyed yourself. Yes. When you go out in Jamaica, in certain areas, it's like you can't enjoy yourself because you're constantly watching if somebody's coming to rob you, if the worst is gonna happen. So that is a big difference here. I'm hoping that Jamaican people don't kill me. Yes, I say Jamaica is a beautiful country, but we're talking about the differences that I experienced while being here as opposed to Jamaica.
Okay. One final thought before we end this. Do you have a YouTube channel? Where can people, hear from you? Your cooking. Is there a number you want us, able to give out the subscribers to reach you at? One thing I try to do with my guests is try to make sure that we're networking. We're helping each other out, uplifting each other, so we can, motivate each other to be better.
Right.
So if there's if you want to put out a contact information or anything, I will leave it in the description, in the channel, so someone can get in touch with you, like I mentioned.
Definitely. It is my intention to host 3 days of healing service.
Okay.
There's a lot of sick people. There are a lot of sick people around. People suffering from cancer, from, whatever the illness is. There is a seminar that I would love to host for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just for healing, for different people to come out to be healed. It's a natural process. It's the intervention of the true and living God who works through me to touch each and every one to receive healing in different areas, wherever there is pain, wherever there is cancer, wherever there is any form of discomfort in the body. This is a gift that the Lord has given to me, and I would love to touch somebody who is sick in different areas. Regarding where food is concerned, with all the beef patties, the rice and peas, jerk chicken, barbecue chicken, all of that. My number is 829-624-5921. Sometimes I have problems remembering my own number.
No, it's okay.
But it's 829-624-5921. And there is something special that I would love to do for the Dominican Republic. For the people who are struggling financially, I would like to make your dishes more affordable, between 150 and 200 pesos, for like chicken and beef.
That's nice. That's nice.
We have a variety of different dishes. On any given day, we change our menu. So you definitely have to call or check in to see what we have, for menu on a particular day, because every day it changes. So you have to call to get the necessary information. Regarding healing service, I believe I will give Junior all the necessary information where that is concerned, for the date, the time, the place, and you bring everybody out to receive a different kind of healing.
Yes.
You know, the true manifestation of the true and living God that works in me and through me. Come out and experience this one. It will be something that you will never forget. Invite a friend, invite a family member. It is just God working in this moment.
Yes. Well, I definitely appreciate you today. Thank you for joining me, letting you, provide me with this interview. Like I said, it's the first time meeting you.
Yes.
You're a great person. Once again, I'll have all the information in the description below. Once we have a set date on, the healing, what would we call it?
This is a seminar for
a
healing.
Seminar for healing. We'll I'll make a little small video. We'll update that information.
Yes.
But I would link her phone number in the description once again.
Right.
Well, guys, I want to thank you.
One thing before.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Before I go, please, I just want to share something that I almost forgot to share. There was a friend of mine that said to me, Victoria, when you talk about healing service, can you give us a situation that happened before, where healing is concerned, your healing ministry? And this is what I want to share. I remember one time we had a seminar. What some people call it seminar, and some people call it a crusade, whatever you call it. But it was an event for healing. And there was a lady that came to the crusade in a wheelchair. At the time, I think that was in 2021. And she told me that she has been in the wheelchair for since 1991. She was never able to walk. Whenever her family tidied her, wipe her off or, do different things to clean her, she was never able to move, readily. And as the power of God came upon me and I began to touch her, I just touched her under the anointing of the true and living God. And I said, in the name of Jesus, get up and walk. And believe you me,
She started walking.
she got up from that chair.
Amen.
But she held on to my hand because it has been years. So she wasn't able to be sturdy in walking. And she held on to my hand and she started to move. And let me tell you something, that was a moment that I will never forget. That woman took baby steps and she walked. And let me tell you, it's moments like these that make me happy. It's moments like these that make me feel fulfilled. Again, there was a lady with stage 4 cancer. And she came to our service. And the Spirit of God would allow me to pray over water and give it to her to drink, just praying under the power of the true and living God. And I gave it to her to drink. And the woman went to the doctor. And when she came back, she was just all over the place. There was so much joy. And she said, at that time they called me Bishop, now I'm a chaplain. She said, Bishop, the doctor said there is no more sickness, no more cancer. And she was crying. And let me tell you, it was a powerful moment. I've had several powerful moments in the presence of the true and living God. And so for this seminar that we are about to plan, I invite you, come out and experience what God can do for you.
Well, once again, Victoria, thank you for joining the channel. Once again, guys, I will have all the information in the description below. Thank you for joining in once again. This is Dominican Diaries, and my guest,
Victoria.
Victoria.
Thank you for having me, Junior. I love your channel. I know it's gonna blow up.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
gonna go off the roof. It's a prophetic moment.
I appreciate it.
It's gonna happen. God bless you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And with that, guys, once again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share Dominican Diaries.